多少？Oh. Yeah.
27 years.
Chinese pharmacy, medicine store, and in the ancient time, normally the owners of a Chinese pharmacy are also doctors. Were also doctors. So normally they would see here, but because some people, if they are in serious illness, they could do home visit also. And if you come, if the basic way to check out to check your body. At that time, that moment, they won't use any machines. So most speaking, that depends on some traditional Chinese medical books, or depends on their experiences. And so there were 4 kinds of a way to check the body. And once you just arrive the place, they would sit down. They would ask you. We say ask, which means ask how do you feel? What's the problem with which part of your body? And the second, we call it look at the face, the color of the face, because sometimes when you got sick and the color of the face will be a little different than normal. And you have to put your tongue outside your mouth. So it's very important part to check. So they could read some information from your tongue. The third one, which is to check your pulse. And because the speed of this is like the same speed of your heart, so which is very important also. And then they would and then they would like give you a receipt. So over there you could see all kinds of there are a lot of drawers over there. In each drawer there are different medicine inside, but for the really valuable ones, they would keep those in the vase. And for instance, could be ginseng or snake skin over there. So how the Chinese pharmacy goes on? I don't know, have you heard something about yin and yang? Most of people heard about that, right? And yin and yang is very big in China. And we think that everything could be divided into 2 categories, yin and yang. So generally speaking, that yang means positive and yin means negative. And man is yang, positive. A woman is yin, negative. So I didn't say that. Master Feng Shui said that. All right. So sorry. And then the sun is yang, moon is yin, mountain is yang, river is yin. So we divide everything into 2 aspects. And we think that if you feel uncomfortable, your body is composed of 2 kind of very important things. One is called coldness. Another one is called heat. And the balance inside, yin and yang balance in the body is out of balance. So you have to eat something to get them back. So those are TCM, traditional Chinese medicine. So normally those are the roots of flowers, trees, leaves, even insects, worms, snakes, the kind of things. And in the past several thousand years, it works very well. And once you get all those Chinese herbs, you can see there are a little package over there, and with a small well on the top of a table, the table over there. You have to well them because it depends on a certain kind of amount of medicine you should take. And once you arrive home, normally you need a big jar, a pot, and you cook them inside, or you boil, more like a boil, with some clean water. Then you boil TCM inside. And after being boiled for several hours, you would start to drink it. And after some time, the disease will gone. So in the past several hundred years, 1,000 years, it worked very well in China. Even nowadays, in those big cities, we still have at least 1 TCM hospitals in every city. And but it's not convenient to cook, to boil the medicine by yourself nowadays. So what did those hospitals do is they have a machine. And this machine is very big, but a little bit like a coffee machine. And so to squeeze all the nutritions, all the elements you need from that, and then make them into liquid. Then they will pack them in a like a plastic bag, and you can just bring them home, put those in your refrigerator. And when you have to drink them, you just take 1 bag out. It's a mixture liquid, medical liquid already. You put them in hot water or boil them for a while, warm them for a while in stove. That's how we still use traditional Chinese medicine nowadays. So this is a place, and next room, you will see the tools and also how they make it in the ancient time.
Yeah, more precise.
Are you trying to get some fruit?
Yeah, he's giving you some good advice, very good advice.
Yeah.
This Okay, another motorcycle is coming. Stay on both sides. Goodbye, VIP. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this was the old post office. And actually from thousands of years ago, we did have a kind of message delivery system in China already. But that system was used by royal family for the emperor to control the whole country and to fight against the enemies, to get the order from the emperor. So the first kind of mailing system in China started from the late of 19th century when some Westerners arrived. At that time there was a post ship between China and London, between Shanghai and London. But the Qing dynasty was the last feudal dynasty in the history of China. It was finished in 1912. So before, in 1903, they started the post office system, public post office system in all of the country. In this area, Shanghai, they set up 18 post offices. So this was one of them, started from 1903. In the front, you can see the place where they insert all the letters inside at that time. But outside, because the post office was owned by royal family, so they couldn't have a dragon design outside in the past. Because private people or normal persons were not supposed to have dragon designs outside. And you're probably a little bit curious how Chinese people got dragon. And our dragon is very different to Western dragon. Because your dragon could be a kind of like demons, is that right? And they pour fire out. And normally our dragon pour water out. So during the dry season, those farmers always went to the temple of dragon to pray for raining. And there was a story says that over 5,000 years ago, Emperor Yellow, who was regarded as the ancestor for all Chinese people, he taught us how to farm, how to use TCM. His wife taught us how to make use of cotton and silk, make them into fabrics. So we have materials. So those were all legendary stories. We believe that Emperor Yellow conquered the other tribes, then unified China. And actually, different tribes in the ancient time had their own totems. For instance, some of them believe snake, some of them believe like a fish, some of them believe eagle, some of them believe tiger. So when he unified all the tribes, he would take one characteristics from one totems of those tribes, which became dragon. So if you look at the dragon nowadays, which has a snake, the body of a snake, the scale of a fish, the tail of a lion, the horn of a deer, the head of a horse. They all have different meanings. Snake means smooth, fish means good luck, and horse means success. And by the way, you know Chinese 12 zodiacs, horse is the best because I was born in the year of horse. And the deer means high-ranking official. So every different part of dragon is some kind of important things or our best wishes to Chinese people, though it's not really existing, which became a symbol for the whole country and Chinese people later on. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's just start from the stairs. And firstly, 1, 2, 3. On inside the third window over there, and you can see a fish. And what's that? Actually, which is the envelope we used in that time, in the ancient time. And you can see the stamps. And there is a chalk, and it's carved already with the design of this. Could be a painting, or could be the name of a person, which means that which one this letter should be delivered to. But at the end of the stairs on the wall, you can see 4 paintings. That is the messenger delivery system used by the royal family. And the emperor had to know what's happening on the battlefields as quick as possible and have to give his orders. So at that time, normally messenger should be one person, but there are some kind of post stations or stops on the way, so they could have a rest or change horses over there. So messenger, same person, but different horses to deliver the information or messenger as quick as possible. And in the middle of this big room, you can see there are 3 watchout towers. They look like the watchout towers you can see on the Great Wall in the north part of China. And at that time, if the enemy attacked one of those watchout towers or the areas, and the soldiers, they would set a fire out on those watchout towers. So soldiers in the other places, they know that enemies were attacking certain kind of areas because they can see the fire from far away. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, later when we go out of the room, on the right, you're going to see a lot of maps. And at the end of the hall, there is a map which is very big. So over 100 to 300 years ago, China was bigger than what we have nowadays.